is no need to fear. Underdog is here.
Time again for the Underdog Show, starring that champion of champions, Underdog.
When in this world the headlines read of those whose hearts are filled with greed, and rob and steal from those who need to right this wrong with blinding speed, goes Underdog, 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 Underdog. Speed of lightning, roar of thunder, fighting all who rob or plunder. Underdog, Underdog, Underdog.
In our last episode, Underdog had been sentenced to jail for 30 years for stealing $1 billion in gold. But Sweet Polly had gone on the trail of the real crooks and was now looking for the missing armored car.
Excuse me, sir, but have you seen an armored car go by here?
Yep,
Oh, thank goodness. Which way?
that away.
Did it stop around here?
Yep, stopped at the house at the end of the road.
Fine, I'll go there.
I wouldn't if I was you. Haunts.
Haunts?
Haunts. Spooks. Ghosts. It's a haunted house.
Don't be silly. There's no such thing as ghosts. I'm going up there. Oh, it is a little scary. I wish Underdog were here. Oh, it's so dark. Wait, I've got a candle in my purse. There. It went out. Now you stop that. I think there's someone following me. Who's there? Who's there? Oh, I'm so frightened. And I've got to put this candle down somewhere. Why, thank you. There's a chair right in the center of the room. I'll be safe there, and then I can rest a bit. Phew. I really haven't time to rest. I must... Oh, what am I going to do? Who are you?
Never mind. I will show you where the gold is. Come with me.
Oh, all right. Help! Help! Help!
Say, this ghost machine works just fine. We sure scared that Polly. Won't have any more trouble from her.
That
hole so deep, she'll be falling for days. Now let's finish painting these bricks.
Oh, where has my underdog gone? Oh, where can he be?
And far away in his prison cell, Underdog's ultrasonic ears picked up the cry of Sweet Polly. What could he do? Can he possibly get there in time to save Sweet Polly? The answer lies ahead in our next exciting episode.
King Leonardo had finally reached the end of his patience. The constant plotting of Biggie Rat and Itchy Brother had taken its toll on the great king.
Confound it, True Blue Odie, I'm a nervous wreck. We've got to do something about those two traitors.
True, sire. We must cleanse the kingdom of treachery once and for all.
But how? I tell you, the trials and tribulation.
Wonderful idea, sire. A trial, of course. We'll put the traitors on trial before the entire kingdom.
Yes, indeed. Exactly what I had in mind. Well, let's get on with it.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, look well at the two hardened faces before you. They are guilty of treason beyond a doubt. Let us review the evidence. Exhibit A shows how the traitors craftily plotted to get our great king to leave his throne.
Subjects are getting restless like, they say you've lost touch.
Lost touch. They're talking revolution, Kingsley. Guillotine, deadheads, that sort of thing. This is terrible. What can I do?
The cunning criminals persuaded the king to go out among his subjects and then turn the king's own guards upon him.
Guards! A thief, an assassin! Shoot the mob!
Only by true courage and perseverance was our king able to undo that terrible plot. And now, Exhibit B. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, here Biggie Rat disguised himself as the king's footman. Then, once His Majesty and his humble servant were in the car...
Confound it, why are we stopping? Got a broken rear widget. Why not get a little air, Kingsley? Get out and stretch your legs while we digit the widget. Good idea. Come, True Blue Odie. So long, suckers.
Bon voyage, brother!
Had it not been for our king's quick thinking, we would surely have plunged hopelessly to the road so far below. But this is far from all, members of the jury.
I object.
You object to what?
I don't know. You always say that in the funny paper, so...
Shut up, blockhead. I'll handle this. Order in the court. Proceed, True Blue Odie.
Our next exhibit against these two. Exhibit C. The mighty bongo rocket. Who was it that so deliberately sabotaged the great ship and then persuaded our king to be the pilot?
Listen, you mugs. Is the king a man or a mouse? A lion or a louse? If the bongo rocket is safe, then let the king fly first. The king must fly! The king must fly!
And so he did, with only the kind hand of fate saving him in the doomed ship.
Can't say that's all. Who saw me sabotage the ship?
Me, Big. Remember, I was there and,
Quiet, flathead.
Okay, Big, I big. Big, I dig.
Did you hear, Itchy Brother, members of the jury? A confession from the accused's own lips. And who among you can forget the king's valiant battle against the mobster monster, Terrible Tip? Everyone knows it was Biggie Rat who hired the monster. Of course, the raw courage of our brave king saw him through. No thanks to these two traitors who sit before you.
Away with them! Away with the crooks! Finish them! All right now, jury. Retire for a verdict. Have you reached a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor. We find the defendants guilty and recommend that they be banished from the kingdom.
Now listen, you mugs. We'll be back, see? We got a deal working, see? And when we come back, you'll all be sorry you crossed Biggie Rat.
What devilish scheme does Biggie Rat have up his sleeve? Banished from the kingdom, how do he and Itchy Brother plan to wreak their vengeance? We'll find out in our next exciting episode, Battle Slip. In our last episode, King Leonardo and his faithful companion, Odicoloni, had held a trial.
Did you hear, Itchy Brother, members of the jury? A confession from the accused's own lips.
Away with them!
Away with the crooks!
Lock them!
Banish them!
All right now, jury. Retire for a verdict. Have you reached a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor. We find the defendants guilty and recommend that they be banished from the kingdom.
Now listen, you mugs. We'll be back, see? We got a deal working, see? And when we come back, you'll all be sorry you crossed Biggie Rat.
What diabolical scheme did the treacherous twosome have in mind? There was not long to wait for the answer.
Sire, important news. We have just received a special message from Lookout Point.
Well, what does it say?
Oh, it isn't code, Your Majesty. Oh, it must be important.
All right, confound it. Decode the message with the Odie decoder.
Yes, sire. Oh, QXBT. Yes, I have it now. Oh, Your Majesty, terrible news.
But what?
Our soldiers at Lookout Point have sighted a battleship steaming down our coastline. They say the captain is...
Yes?
Biggie Rat. And Itchy Brother is aboard.
A battleship? Why, that's the most unheard of thing I ever heard of.
True, sire. Even now the bombardment begins.
Confound it, they're destroying the palace. Call out the Navy.
Immediately. But we have no Navy, sire.
Call out the Marines.
But we have no Marines, sire.
Well, what can we do?
Well, our army is useless on water, Your Majesty, but together we shall face the enemy, and your courage shall see us through.
All right, True Blue Odie, load the weapon. Now I'll just pull back, and... Help! Help! I can't swim!
A narrow escape, sire, but we shall not weaken.
Stroke! 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 That's it, True Blue Odie.
We are coming into range now, sire. Best we load the cannons.
Of course. You just handle the oars.
Ready, sire?
Ready. Steady now. Prepare for the blast. Oh, hopeless. Hopeless, I tell you.
No, Your Majesty. Your strength has carried us through. We have the way now. I'm certain it will work.
But why do you have the royal buzzsaw?
Yes, sire. The buzzsaw will win for us. Have your army ready for the traitors. Prepare for the attack. I shall return. Now, Your Majesty, now is the time to overwhelm the traitors.
Charge! Charge! Charge!
Yes, again, the ever-faithful Odicoloni has saved the little kingdom. What now of Biggie and Itchy? Captured again? Sent away from the kingdom again? What new way will they find to attack the kingdom? We'll find out in our next exciting episode of The King and Odie.
In our last episode, Underdog, in jail, heard Sweet Polly's cry for help. But what could he do?
When Polly's in trouble, I am not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go.
Hey, you can't bust out of here!
I know that breaking out is wrong, but I'll be back. I won't be long.
Here, all the gold bricks look just like real red bricks. Now we can drive them right across the border, and nobody will ever catch on.
Hey, listen, she's still hollering.
Sure, like I told you. It's a deep hole. She'll be falling for days. Come on.
His ultrasonic ears told Underdog exactly where Sweet Polly was, and using his powerful fists as pile drivers, he tunneled down through the earth and...
There's no need to fear. Underdog is here.
My hero.
And as Underdog carried her up to the surface, Sweet Polly told him about her adventures.
And the house is haunted by ghosts.
Nonsense. Everyone from coast to coast knows there's no such thing as ghosts.
But I saw it with my own eyes and heard with my own ears.
We'll look around the house and see. Don't be afraid, just follow me.
And after exploring the house room by room, they finally came to the basement where they discovered Riff Raff's ghost machine.
Look, this button says laugh. And this one says footsteps. Then the whole thing was just done by this machine. There were no ghosts at all. I'm so relieved. Blood!
That's not blood. It's one of their tricks. They've painted the gold to look like bricks.
The paint's still wet. They can't have gone far. You can catch them, Underdog.
When crooks escape, I am not slow. It's hip, 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 and away I go.
Oh, I am a genius. I stole $1 billion worth of gold bricks. I dropped that nosy TV reporter down a hole, and I got Underdog in jail for 30 years.
Halt!
Yay!
Underdog!
I'll ram him. Let him have it. This'll stop him. Give me that nitro.
Now, if you boys are through playing around, I'll lift you and the truck right off the ground.
And so Underdog took the gold back to the bank, rescued Sweet Polly, and proved that he was innocent of any crime, so that once more people could look up and say,
Look, in the sky, it's a plane.
"It's a bird!"
It's a frog.
A frog. Not plane nor bird nor even frog. It's just little old me. Underdog.